Today I'm going to teach you one of the most important and very first steps in crochet, the chain stitch. This is the foundation for so many crochet projects, and once you get this down, you'll be ready to move on to other stitches. Let's start with what you'll need: a crochet hook and some yarn. I recommend starting with a medium weight yarn and a hook size that matches it. This will make it easier to see your stitches while you're still learning. Right here on the yarn label, you'll see a little yarn skein symbol with a number 4 inside. This means that this is a medium weight yarn. It's also called worsted weight. It's one of the most popular yarn weights, and it's great for beginners because it's easy to work with and easy to see your stitches. This particular yarn is 100% acrylic. Acrylic yarn is a great choice for beginners because it's affordable. It can be soft. Not all of them are, but this particular brand is. It's machine washable and it comes in a ton of colors. It's also really forgiving if you need to rip out your stitches and try again, and trust me, you'll be doing that a lot. The label also tells you the recommended crochet hook size. For this yarn, it suggests using a US I9 or a 5.5 millimeter hook. Starting with the recommended hook size, it'll help your stitches come out more even, they'll be a little bit bigger, and it'll make the whole learning process a little bit easier. But personally, and it really depends on your project, I always size down one hook size from what it recommends because I like my stitches tighter. But again, it just depends on what you're doing and how you want your stitches to look. Of course, you can go up or down a hook size if you want your stitches to be tighter or looser, but I always recommend starting with what the yarn suggests if you're just learning. But today, I'll be using my Clover US size 7 or 4.5 millimeter hook with my medium weight acrylic yarn. If you would like to use the same yarn that I'm using, you can get it at Hobby Lobby. It's the I Love This Yarn in Light Sage. Now that we've got our materials ready, let's jump in and learn how to crochet a chain. The first step is making a slip knot. And if you'll check out my previous video, it'll show you a detailed version of how to do this. But keep in mind that this does not count as a stitch. It's just a starting point. So you'll want to make sure it's snug, but loose enough that your hook can move easily. Next, let's talk about how to hold your yarn and hook. I hold my hook in my right hand, and with my left hand, you will hold the yarn and also control the tension of it. And you'll do this by taking your working yarn and running it under your pinky, around the back of it, and then along the underside of your palm, at the base of your fingers, and up over your pointer finger. I then use my middle finger and my thumb to hold my work, or in this case, the tail. Now don't worry, this definitely feels awkward at first, and it's going to take some practice. But the yarn should be able to move freely along your fingers. Now let's talk about how you hold your hook. I like to hold mine like a knife, but some people prefer to hold it like a pencil. Try both and see what feels best for you. Now we're ready to make our very first chain stitch. With our hook in the right hand and our working yarn in the left hand, and our thumb and middle finger of the left hand holding the tail, take your hook and wrap the yarn over the hook from back to front. This is called yarn over. Then pull the yarn through the loop that's already on your hook, and there you have it, your first chain stitch. Let's do a few more together. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through, and each time you do this, you're creating another chain stitch. As your chain grows, you'll notice that it looks like a little braid. Each one of those V-shaped stitches counts as one chain. Let's go ahead and count the chains together. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Don't worry if your stitches are uneven at first. That's totally normal, because most likely if you're having this problem, it's usually tension related, so you're either too tight or too loose. But with practice, they'll end up neat and even. And that's it. You just learned how to make a crochet chain. This simple stitch is the base for almost every crochet project. Take some time to practice chaining until you feel comfortable with it. Once you've got this step down, you'll be ready to move on to a single crochet, double crochet, and all the other fun stitches that come next. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more crochet lessons, and let me know in the comments how your first chain turned out. Thanks for watching, and happy crocheting!